How to repair a model which is not perfectly designed in meshmixer. Meshmixer allows us, using analysis tool, to check whether the model presents failures that will give us problems when printing. For this example, we will download from Thingiverse the model called Hack. This object has some defects and we will see how to repair them. We enter www.thingiverse.com and we write on the search bar HAG. The second model is the one we want to work on to see the defects it has. Let's download the file as we did in the first video and we save it to the desktop. Once saved and downloaded, we decompress it. Right mouse button. We are doing it with WinRAR. I delete the downloaded file and work in the folder we now have. We open meshmixer and we load, clicking import, the hack file, hack3 for instance. As we maximize, we can see this wonderful model designed to be printed in 3D. First thing we do to revise it is clicking on Edit, Transform and place it above the grid. We accept and here we have our object right above the grid. Now we go to Analysis and click on Inspector. If the model has any defect, Inspector will point them out. As you can see, we have many small pink spheres. We can make them disappear by clicking on them. These spheres are defects. To find out what type of fault we have, we can see below a window listing the types of defects by colors. We go back to Inspector and click on Inspect and Repair Mesh Defect and on the interrogation mark. Here we find if the color is magenta, which in this case it is, a magenta sphere points out disconnected components with small area relative to the entire mesh. This means there are parts which are not completely joined. This may cause a failure in the 3D printing process, as although the high temperature plastic might work as a fixer, we can find fragile models due to this fact. This is the reason why we must repair these kind of models. So we can click on Auto Repair button. It will, if possible for the program, repair it and fix all remaining defects. We find for this flat fill, minimal fill and smooth fill. But what are these options? They are the different ways we can order the filling of holes in the mesh, smoothly, in a flat way, or using a minimum fill. In most cases, we will use flat fill. It is the most convenient one. In this case, as we do not have holes but only loose parts, we just click Flat Fill and Auto Repair. This bar can be moved to have more or less quantity, but we recommend to leave it 001, which is its base value, and it allows the program to automatically fix and repair. We then click Auto Repair and the object is completely repaired. When an object does not need to be repaired, Inspector points this out by not showing any kind of symbol. For instance, we go to the first model using File or Import. It is up to us, and we choose to replace this model with the new one. If we click on Append, we will have both objects in my scenery. As we do not want this to happen, we click on Replace. Now in the desktop, we look for Perleator Tap Filter file, 24 millimeters. And as you can see, the second object is gone and we only have the model we first used. So Edit, Transform, we place it above the grid and Accept. Then we go to Analysis, Inspector, and we see there is no defect to be repaired. We do not have any sphere indicating a defect. We could modify this object as we please if we want. For this, let's move on to the next video.